Welcome to the Running for Office as an Online Candidate podcast. In this series, we cover the tips, tricks, and ideas for local political candidates who want to leverage the internet to help win their election. I'm Shane Daly, partner of Daily Professional Web Solutions and online candidate. In this episode, we're going to talk about you online. Not you, the political candidate, but you, the individual. We're going to talk about how you might want to lay the groundwork for your online presence. This is something you can do long before you ever announce your candidacy. So it doesn't matter if you're brand new on the web or if you've been online since the days of dial-up connections. Odds are there's information online about you that can be accessed with a simple search engine query. When you do a search on google.com for your name, what shows up in the results? There might be pages that randomly contain your first and last name, or maybe you share a name with someone else and results about that other person are showing up. If that other person's somewhat famous, there may be articles, blog posts, or other content about that person. Another reason there might be information online is that that person actually put information about themselves on the web. It could be through their blog, professional profiles, press releases, and social media accounts. Search engines picked up that information and provide that content as search results. As a current or future candidate, you'll want influence over what people see, hear, and read about you on the web. To do that, you need an online identity. Creating an online identity is simple, and you can do it over time. To start, you need a clear purpose. If that purpose is for political reasons, then you want to create a personal brand. And that means getting yourself, your history, and goals out on the web. Another goal of building an online identity is search result page domination. This means that when someone searches your name, positive information about you appears in the top search results. This can be information created by others, or it could be information that you create yourself. But if you do not put information about yourself, then someone else will. That could be now or when you start campaigning for office. So the first step in creating an online identity is to create a number of personal profiles. And while online reputation is usually associated with business, it also applies to individuals. A person can have a great public reputation. Unfortunately, it's impossible to control what others say or post online. So recently we had a client who ran into some legal trouble a few years back. Prior to running, searches for the client's name would bring up information about her previous problems. And this content included newspaper articles and outside blog posts referencing the candidate and her prior history. Much of this material would show up with just a simple name search. And it was pretty bad. So to combat this, we recommended creating new content with her name that would help push down this other material. This included a campaign website and social media accounts. And while we were able to get these items to appear for campaign-related searches, so for example, the candidate's name and the election or location, somewhat different searches related to her legal problems would return less favorable results, though still mixed in with the client's listings that they controlled. So it is possible to push down negative results about yourself. There may be racy photos or crazy party video clips or off-the-cuff comments on websites from years ago, stuff you might have long forgotten. It's almost impossible to completely remove something from the web, but you can often crowd out negative material with positive content. And to have your positive content rank better than other material, it often takes time and links pointing to that content. You aren't really going to be able to push down an article from an established newspaper right away. And doing this can take time, and your results are not guaranteed. The point is, the more content that you control about yourself, the better. So how do you go about this? First, you're going to want to create personal accounts that will rank well for online searches. In them, only add information that you're comfortable sharing. Keep in mind that if you're running for public office, there won't be much information about you that isn't public. At this point, you're hopefully doing this a long time before you ever start your political campaign. If not, you could do some of this concurrently as you set up your political online campaign. Again, time is your ally when it comes to ranking for search. So I'm going to mention a few sites that are useful for building profiles about yourself. Remember, we're talking about personal accounts, not campaign-specific accounts. By creating profiles on these sites, you can begin to brand yourself online long before you begin campaigning. There are many profile sites out there, but the ones I'm going to mention are free and popular. LinkedIn.com is a social network for professionals. With a LinkedIn profile, you can post your resume information and link your profile with others by adding them as connections. LinkedIn profiles tend to rank well for name searches. VisualCV.com is a site designed for job seekers. For political candidates, it provides another place to create a professional profile. Visual CV features an online resume generator that can include images, video, and links. DandyID, or dandyid.org, lets you collect all your online profiles in one convenient place. Setting up an account on this site can help you cross-link your profiles. This helps them become more relevant for searches related to your name. You may also want to create personal profiles on industry or professional-related sites. Again, you're doing this to put professional information about yourself online. It's not about political campaigning. In fact, you'll probably never reference your campaign from these profiles, and you certainly won't update these profiles with campaign updates. Now, once you've created some personal profile accounts, you can start creating personal social media accounts. Let's begin with the most popular social media platform, and that's Facebook.com. Facebook is a social networking site where users can post comments, share pictures, post links to news or other content on the web. They can chat with others, and you can watch video, lots of video. Creating a personal Facebook account is easy. In your personal profile, you can provide information about where you live and went to school. Joining a group for your city is another way to find people you know who are already using the service. So when others accept your friend invitations, you'll be able to follow updates that they make, and they'll be able to do the same for you. Build up your personal network of friends. That way, you'll learn how Facebook works before you use the platform for political purposes. You'll also have a network of personal friends to notify when you make that big campaign announcement. With a personal Facebook profile, you'll have the option of making your profile visible to everyone, to some people, or make it private just to yourself. An open profile may rank better for name searches, but that's up to you. This is also a good time to start with Twitter.com. You may already be familiar with Twitter, as it's used by many political candidates and campaigns. Twitter.com is a popular service that allows users to blog in a micro format. Users can follow others, and others can follow them back. You post status updates or tweets. These updates are communicated to followers who can read, respond, and share tweets with one another. If you create your own Twitter account and use it, you'll get an idea of how the platform works. It's better to learn how these things work ahead of time than to make avoidable social media mistakes while campaigning. Like Facebook, you can create a public or private profile. You may decide that you don't want to do a post with your account. You may even want to keep it private, and that's okay too. Just keep in mind that private or seldom posted accounts do not rank well as much as active profiles do. Now, if you're already on Facebook or Twitter, you may want to take a look at your previous posts. You may want to clean up your profile and remove any material that does not show you in the best light. It's always better to clean things up long before you start your political campaign, before you have that added level of scrutiny. Here are some tips when creating personal profiles online. Use a consistent name throughout all your profiles. Try to match your future ballot name if you can. Include a nice headshot photo in your profiles. It should be a recent picture where you're dressed well, and a smile always helps too. Maintain a list of your profiles and keep them up to date as you move forward. Many times people create profiles on sites and then promptly forget all about them. When you've created your profiles, go back and cross-link them to one another where you can. Cross-linking similar pages builds relevancy for your name. In time, you can link your personal profiles to your campaign website and campaign social media profiles to boost their search engine ranking. And this technique also works for content you'd like to rank higher for related searches. The more links that point to positive articles and content about you, the more likely it will rank in searches about you. So consider linking positive content from wherever you can. At this point, I should mention that it might actually be impossible to rank your personal profiles and material. Why? Well, if you shared the same name with a celebrity, you might have some trouble. A few years back, we had a candidate who unfortunately shared a name with a former president. It was impossible for the candidate to rank any of his own content for a search of his name. However, a search of his name and location or position he was running for would actually lead to his campaign website and social media accounts. Is it essential to build profiles and put content on all of these sites? No, but they'll help if you're looking to build a solid online foundation. Voters may search for you online in a variety of ways. If you can create content that can rank for your name searches, you'll be able to control more information about yourself. So this wraps up our first episode. I hope you learned a bit about the importance of managing the search results of your online presence. And even if you aren't running for office, these same techniques are helpful if you're looking for a job or advancing your professional career. Thanks for listening. Make sure to visit our website at onlinecandidate.com, where you'll find articles, resources, and information about our campaign website services. If you like this podcast, you might want to check out our book, Running for Office as an Online Candidate, available at onlinecandidate.com and on Amazon as well. Thank you.